Thank you, Bam. Insight to the scriptures. Quote, who is Paul referring to when he says, King of kings, Lord of lords, the only sovereign who alone has immortality? Here, how can Jesus be the one alone having immortality? See, they're troubled because they understand that means he's God. The first one described as being rewarded with immortality is Jesus Christ. That he did not possess immortality before his resurrection by God. Sick, that's something you put to show, look how stupid this is. His seen from the inspired apostles' words at Romans 6:9. Christ now, that he has been raised from the dead, dies no more. Death is master of him no more. Compare Revelation 1:17-18. For this reason, when describing him as king of those who rule as kings and lord of those who rule as lords, shows that Jesus is distinct from all other kings and lords and that he is the one alone having immortality. So they're admitting to you it's about Jesus. He alone has immortality. He alone is sovereign. He's the king of all kings and lord of all lords, who alone is immortal, who dwells in unapproachable light no one can see. They're admitting to you it's Jesus. Even though they try to explain it away, and here it is. They're writing. Bing, bada bing, bada boom. No way. No way. Come on, James. You kidding me? Damn, man, I didn't know that. Thank you for sharing that with me, bro. I learned something new today because of you. Now go to Mike Winger and educate him. All right. Now, one more thing they say, and I want you to be really disturbed. Now, if you go back and watch the sessions I did, I've done these sessions. But now I'm going to give you the links to the articles. And I'll try to put in the description box a little later. This should really disturb you. They admit, right, that they had to change Colossians 1 by adding the word other in their translation 4 times. Because if they didn't, then someone would read it and think Jesus is the creator. They admit they deliberately added the word other in a text where the word other is not in the Greek. Why? Why? Because they admit if they did not add the word other, then you could read it and think Jesus is the creator and not a creature. Almost done. Right here. Boom. Right here. Watch their admission. What passage? And I've done sessions on this. If you read Colossians 1, 15-17, and read their interlinear, and they make it available online. I'm quoting from their website. See, this is their website. You will see that Paul literally says that the Father used the Son to create all things, tapanta, and that he sustains all things. He's before all things. And I even use their versions. This is from their website. These are their Bible versions, jw.org, to show even their Bibles that they use says, in him everything, all things were created. Not all other things. Everything, all things has been created through him and for him. He is before, he exists before all things. Everything, right? Now watch. They add the word other 4 times. All other things were created in heavens and the earth. All other things have been created through him and for him. Also, he is before all other things. Now, here's where you're going to be disgusted. They admit, if you go there, right here, and you look to your right over here, right here, you go down here. This is their Bible online. Watch what they admit. Okay, right here, they admit. Right here. They admit it right there, folks. Look. Right here. All other things. A little rendering of the Greek text would be all things. Look, they're admitting. If you look at our own interlinear Greek, the Greek literally says, the Son made all things. He sustains all things. He is before all things. That's what it literally says. Look, they're admitting it. Jehovah's Witnesses, their Bible. However, such a rendering could give the impression that Jesus was not created, but was the creator himself. Do you understand what they just acknowledged, why they had to change it? And Byzantine, this is now the 3rd time I did a session on this. Come on, Byzantine. Keep rewatching, bro. Don't drop the ball. You got to teach people. See their admission? Right there, I gave you the link to the article. Here's the article, the link. And you go there. However, and here, let me get you the link here. Boom. Now they're going to justify their butchering, perverting the word of God by saying, well, in other places he's said to be created. No, he's not. There is no place. It's you're butchering the meaning. And that idea would not agree with the rest of the Bible, including the preceding verse, which calls Jesus the firstborn of creation. Already discussed that. What it means, doesn't mean. They're lying to you. Where Jesus is called the beginning of the creation of God, already just that, they're lying to you. It doesn't mean that. Also, the Greek word for all can, in some contexts, have the meaning of all other. Not here, because it's talking about all creation. So it's not saying all other things. But you see they're admitting it? So when you go to the article here, it's right here quoted. And we already refute their lies about Colossians and Revelation 3:14. Already refuted. See it? 98 to 99% of objections answered. It's on the blog, on the website, on my YouTube channel. Pray these articles remain for many more years and download them.